So welcome back, guys. It is gonna be another one here from me, Daks. I'm your host, Daks, and this is another replay sent in by the StarCraft PH community. eXo.XtinC here on the yellow Zerg. On the other hand, it's gonna be PhyNix on the blue Terran. So PhyNix right now, gonna start things off pretty standardly. We'll have the supply depot. This is lost and found, but looks like I've found this replay, and this time we might see either PhyNix or eXo.XtinC lost in to the army of the other opposing side. So an early refinery here from PhyNix wants to get that Reaper up pretty early. He's putting three workers actually onto this refinery, probably gonna transfer them later on when the gas is out and about. And on the other hand, gonna have a quick expansion here from eXo.XtinC. Overlords and drones are being morphed up as well, and here comes the extractor. You're gonna need this extractor obviously for that metabolic boost. You need that spawning pool to be out and about, however, before getting the upgrade. PhyNix though, banking on a little more gas, so maybe he might go for a double Reaper or a triple Reaper. We'll see what he's gonna be up to, or a fast upgrade into a tech lab or a reactor. Just try to saturate his mineral line, and finally we have the orbital command coming out and about. There's the Reaper that we've been talking about here for PhyNix. We'll see if PhyNix will have to rise from the ashes in a rematch or something. On the other hand, eXo.XtinC doesn't want to be turned into the prehistoric age yet. The command center that is now being put up here by the Terran. And honestly, this game just at that low period of time where people are just expanding, gonna get them upgrades before action even happens in this fight. And let's stay on this Reaper. This is gonna be the guy to watch. This is gonna be who we're gonna keep an eye on. And this Reaper right now just chilling with the patrol of all things. Meta boost is gonna come out and about, and PhyNix knows that the Zerg does have a second base, but the Zerglings are already out in front. Thing about this map here on Lost and Found is you can actually come from the third to go into the main with the Reaper. Might be a little dangerous, however, here for PhyNix to just go for the scout onto the second base, because the Zerglings already in full force. These Robo Zerglings look very, very ferocious, as well as Robo Drones. It's like you got Michael Bay to do a StarCraft movie, and this is what you get: these Robo Zerg. Sadly, the buildings aren't actually robotic. That'd be really cool. 3 hatcheries now being put up here by eXo.XtinC. The third should come out as he's going into a lateral vertical motion. On the other hand, the Reaper just still with the patrol. Interesting to note that PhyNix didn't actually send this guy out. He's just there for show. He's even naka-patrol here out in front with those jetpacks, just using up all that jetpack fuel. Honestly, wasting a lot of resources, but now we do see the Hellions and PhyNix. What are you doing? Why are they patrolled? Okay, so the Hellions and the Reaper doing a little square dance there, missing home so much, just being one with the flame or something. The Hellions look like they're just trying to warm up their flamethrowers, and these Hellions just keep being patrolled on that Reaper. That's interesting. Another pair of Hellions then come out, and it looks like the Reaper is actually being bounced around by the Hellions. That'd be absolutely painful if that happened to you in real life, when just these cars surround you like that and supply depots being put up as a wall. The Reapers and the Hellions gonna be there to barbecue anyone who comes in here from the Zerg side. But eXo.XtinC just pretty casual play right here from eXo.XtinC, not really going for any aggression plays. He's chummering up. He needs to get that creep spread out and about onto that third, so his Zerglings can just go for a very, very quick run in. And look how fast Zerglings actually go when they are on creep and they have meta boost. Can you actually check that out? Oh, sadly can't check that out in game, but just the units there, absolutely quick to say the least. But you know what else quick? These Hellions, they have 4 wheels and they have these flames there to start barbecuing the Zergs up. The Reaper will be their foreman as well. Just keep an eye out, and this is gonna be a terrible engage here for eXo.XtinC. All those Zerglings barbecued up, and now an armory being built here by the Terran, as well as some more Hellions. On the other hand, the roaches are absolutely perfect against these Hellions. He's gonna have 3 of them, and this might be a small little mismatch here for the Terran. PhyNix now gonna go for the back off, and a perfect timing from the Roach Warren to have these Hellions out in the fight. No upgrades yet so far for both players, and this third base not really being used to its full potential. He needs to go for the Ravagers instead. Corrosive Vial, all these Hellbats, but they just walk in instead. And now the Hellbats just trying to clean up. However, they don't have any form of support. And they're gonna transform in front of the Reapers. Terrible play there from PhyNix. The transform time taking way too long. Honestly, I don't understand why he went for the Hellbat instead. Could have just stuck with these Hellions, go for a hit and run play. He did have the mismatch, so maybe he could have just waited at home instead. Got a Starport out for those Medivacs, but he's only getting the Starport now. So Cyclone's now gonna be the name of the game here for the mech play here on the Terran side. The command center being saturated up as well, so the second base almost at peak efficiency here for PhyNix. He's getting +1 on vehicles as well to make these Hellions a little bit stronger. The Cyclone is now out into play, and honestly that Overlord has paid for itself and more. It is literally one of those stock options when you invest in Apple 10 years ago. It's that kind of deal, because that Overlord telling exactly what PhyNix was going to be up to, what tech he was going to be on, and the Roach Warren coming out there from eXo.XtinC. Good reaction. Speaking of reactions, we have this hatchery now teching up into a lair. +1 gonna come out here as well from the Evo chamber. If eXo.XtinC will actually keep this defensive play up, or will move on to attack PhyNix instead. So gonna be a Hot Wheels Tamiya convention here from PhyNix. He has these Hellions, he has these Cyclones, and that's gonna be the show for the Terran. I don't even know when the last time I was in an auto show. Have you actually guys seen auto shows here in the Philippines? Besides, like, there's the ones with the racing clubs, and of course, if there's like Logitech Gran Turismo kind of deal, you know, those things for controllers. Usually a car or two in those conventions. On the other hand, the Roaches rather gonna go on to the bottom right. Just going for a quick little patrol. The Queen's now in the vanguard, just being watchful of their charge. These creep tumors. Honestly, I don't think you'd want to keep an eye on a creep tumor. Like, the name itself, tumor. I don't think you'd want one. Like, you would want this, maybe the creep, but I don't think you'd ever want a creep tumor on your face. The real question is, there is a worm that comes out of the creep tumor. Can they actually latch onto a person? Can they be a creep person? That'd be really scary. You know what else is scary? It's Roach Warren. Getting them upgrades up for... I'm not sure, is it Tunneling Claws? Or maybe the speed upgrade? I'm not actually sure. Maybe it's both. Tunneling Claws is a speed upgrade. We have the speed and the range as well here coming out from these Hydralisks. And gonna be a very ground-based defense here from eXo.XtinC. Really committing on that +1 with the Evo chamber. Probably gonna go for a +2 as well. And honestly, eXo.XtinC with absolutely solid crew spread and his supply count just turning into a ginormous balloon. In the meantime, eXo.XtinC in the lead with the minerals, the gas, as well as the supply. No OP Mule can do anything about that, but the SCP is now gonna go for a transfer into a third base. The Terran one base behind, lagging a little bit, but that's exactly what the Zerg should be up to. When you are on the Zerg, you always want to be one base ahead, and here come the Ravens, and they have these things called the interference matrix. Just gonna put someone out of play. The anti-armor missiles as well, replacing those seeker missiles. Very, very strong against Hydras, I believe. Or MRO. But, like, the anti-armor is surprisingly strong. Even though these guys are like, or whatever. Oh, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out if when these Ravens do come out. And PhyNix here playing heavily into some mech play. Maybe he did play with those Hot Wheels cars back in the day. And using most of his gas there for these Ravens. Doesn't want to deal with lurkers. Doesn't want to deal with borrowed units. And can always just go for the interference matrix or the PD. The seeker missile / anti-armor missile right there. So this is the time where people want to go into a parking lot, but it's really crowded. It's like these guys are the ones parked in, and these guys are just waiting on to park their cars. So the Hellbat's just outside, just chilling for the time being. On the other hand, eXo.XtinC already just trying to creep up as much as he can. How many bases can he get in this fight? That is the real question. as eXo.XtinC right now having a lot of space to work with, honestly. The Overlords just keeping an eye out on the Hellion. Some Ravagers and Roaches outside the creep area as well. And this is turning into that kind of game where both players just want to tech up in terms of upgrades. And in the meantime, it's going to be eXo.XtinC filling it up with a myriad of sources. Going to be having the speed for the Overlords as well. And now the Roaches is being barbecued, being flambéed there by the Hellions, the Cyclones, and the Siege Tanks. These units just having to back off. And honestly enough, the Roaches don't have Burrow. Well, I don't think eXo.XtinC has gotten Burrow, and now he's just gonna walk these Roaches into their death. Maybe producing something else. Yeah, it's gonna be a Hive coming out. Infantation Pit is out and about as well. You need that for tech, however. So we'll see if he's gonna go for some Infestors. The Roaches, though, onto the top left, causing a little chaos with these splits. And eXo.XtinC honestly floating a lot of minerals and gas right now. He can go for some Ultras, he can go for some Mutas, he can go for some Vipers, or a different kind of source altogether. Maybe even Night Display. +2 now coming out there in terms of range, and we do have +2 carapace as well. So honestly, with how his upgrades are going, I don't foresee Ultralists. Maybe some Infestors instead. It'll be Vipers rather, and Parasitic Cloud can easily take care of those Ravens, as well as the, what's the other one? There's Abduct and Parasitic Bomb rather. And I think there's that one where the Cloud just hampers what they see. But these Vipers, though, don't have energy, and they're gonna go for the consumption there onto those Extractors. Honestly, the Extractor is the best building to do that on, as well as the Hatchery, because first, the Extractors do cost so little. These Vipers just trying to drain as much as they can, and here comes the engage. It's gonna be some anti-armor missiles, however, and look at that, the armor breaks is gonna be very deadly right now here for eXo.XtinC. Good debuff there from the Ravens. Gonna be the Hydras and the Ravagers being cleaned up, but at the same time, the Zerg already going for the reinforcements. Will eXo.XtinC actually call GG? Oh, he calls GG. It's actually so PhyNix taking this one, and I'm actually gonna check real quick who sent this one in. I think it was PhyNix instead. Yeah, it was PhyNix who sent this one in. So I was a little wrong at the start. A good try there from eXo.XtinC. Honestly, could have actually went on to this. He had so many things queued up. He had 30 Roaches and 9 Hydras. Could have gone for a good college try. But just those hits from the Ravens. Absolutely terrible debuff. Honestly, I want to see that again. Okay, can we go back into that part? Or just that part right there? Just how deadly it was from the side of eXo.XtinC. Just wait on this engagement. So yeah, both players just waiting on each other to make a move. So PhyNix, though, with a heavy mech play, and these Roaches already being flambéed up. And here we go with eXo.XtinC. He has to go for the consume. He needs that energy to maybe go for the bomb, or maybe even the Cloud. And now just look at the engagement here from from PhyNix rather. Siege tanks being sieged up, putting the Roaches in, and those huge anti-armor hits just allowing the Hellbats to just walk on in. Way too much damage going the way of the Zerg. And that's pretty much the game right there. Good college try there from eXo.XtinC. PhyNix taking it. The mech pay gonna be a sweet little 4th of July there for those Terrans.